Hey everybody, welcome to another Cricut craft tutorial. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make faux leather bows. These are really great for hair accessories for little girls. They sell really well at craft shows and they're super easy and super cute to do. So we are going to make it a little bit larger than you normally would for a hair bow, just so that it's easier for you guys to see as I film. You're going to need just a few things. You're going to need glue. Now I'm going to use hot melt glue for mine, but I do recommend an E6000 if you're going to use them as a hair bow. I just did this so that you guys could see how to assemble. You're going to need some faux leather. This is by the Ribbon Boutique. This was bought at Hobby Lobby for $4.99 for the roll. I believe the roll is, I don't know if it tells us how long it is. It is 24 inches by 8 inches. So you get about 2 feet of this. And then you're just going to need your strong grip mat. I do always recommend for the strong grip mat. It will hold your faux leather way better than the green mat. If you use the green mat, it may lift, and we don't want that to happen. So let's go ahead and get over to Design Space, and I'll show you where to pull this from. We're ready to get started making our bow. And this is one of the free projects that you can get from Cricut without having your access. So all you need to do is go into Images, and all I'm going to do is search bow. And click search, and then I'm going to filter it because I don't want to pay for my bow. So click on free, and they have a couple options that you can use, but it's between this one or this chunkier one. I like the chunky one, so I'm going to go ahead and just insert my image. This is super easy to do, and this is your bow. Now you're going to size it down to whatever size you want to make it. I definitely don't want to make it like enormous, so we're just going to go to about call it 8 inches. You can ungroup it if you want to take a better look at all your pieces and how big they're each individually going to be. So this is your main bow part. This is your backing, and then this is the part that wraps around the bow, if that hopefully makes some sense to you guys. This part we're just going to go ahead and click Make It. I'm going to get my machine turned on real quick and plugged in so that you guys can see how we're going to select what we're choosing. Give me 1 second here. Get my machine turned on. You're going to set your dial to custom. This is the Explorer Air 2, but if you have a Maker, I believe you have a custom option when you go to your Design Space. I think you automatically have that custom option. So we've got our custom option. So I'm going to go ahead and click continue so that you guys can see. And it's going to ask us to set our material. I'm going to go ahead and browse all materials. And I find it easy to just search the word leather. And that'll bring up your leather choices. So type in leather and select or hit the little searchy button. And we're going to use, using faux leather. It's not paper thin, however. So I will usually just choose like a faux suede. It's a little bit thicker. So we're going to go ahead and go with faux suede. Click done. And so you'll see here, I want to make sure you guys know this. The star wheels are the white wheels on your mat. So you want to make sure that they are moved out of the way, or you're going to end up with little indents in your material. You can either use the fine point blade or your deep cut blade with this one, and you can change your pressure to more pressure or less pressure on this one. We're going to go ahead and cancel this real quick because I want to also show you. Hold on, it takes a second. If you click Make It, it's going to ask us for our customs again. Click Continue. And then your custom materials. Now, like I said, you can, a lot of times you can use the blade that came with your machine, but you can also use your deep cut blade. Let's see. If you're actually going to look under it without searching, you're going to scroll all the way down right here where it says leather. And it'll just give you these options. Now, if you choose genuine leather, go ahead and click done. This one is going to tell you that you do have to have your deep cut blade in. So just make sure that whichever one you do choose, you choose the correct blade to go in it. So let's go ahead and get the mat loaded, and then we can get cutting. So just as an FYI, I have cut this previously, and it did not cut on the faux leather or the faux suede. So I found sometimes it just depends on your machine. I'm going to try doing this one on genuine leather, and I am going to use my deep point blade, which I don't know how well you guys can see that, but that's your deep point. This is a great tip. So I'm going to unload my other blade, which you just open clamp B, pull out your housing, and then press down on the little doohickey, like I don't know what else to call that, but a button. Pull out your original blade, and then you slide your deep point blade in, but make sure you're putting it in, blade out. And you'll see there's my new blade it's in. I don't know how well you guys can see. It doesn't like to focus on these little blades. But there's the blade. So just make sure it's fully in the housing. Slide your housing back in. If you have the Explorer series, you do not need to buy the deep point blade and housing. You can just buy the blade because it goes right into your housing. So we're going to go ahead and load it. Make sure that you are using a purple mat. Let me slide you guys back a bit so you can see, because I want to show you this cool little doohickey thingy that just came out from 651 Vinyl. This is called a cutter companion, and what it does is, like, for a short desk, sorry I almost bumped you over, for a short desk like I have, it gives you this expanded space so that when you put your super long mats on it, they don't hang down. This thing is awesome. It has little storage boxes, so that's super helpful. I don't know if you guys can see as well, but I did previously try to cut these bows on this leather, and it just did not end well for me. It didn't cut all the way through, so I'm going to try doing it again. This may not come out perfectly, but we'll give it a shot. Just like you guys, I sometimes have to kind of play around and figure out what is going to work, and hopefully this doesn't cut into that other piece of bow, but I just tried using the same piece I already cut just so I didn't waste any product. I just don't like to waste. Now it's going to go back and cut it a second time. But back to the cutter companion now. This thing's really cool. It has these expandable pieces down here so that your mat doesn't hang over the side. This one looks like it's definitely cutting all the way through, so awesome. Hopefully it does not cut through my mat. I'm terrified that it's going to cut through my mat, but it'll be fine. I hope. If you ever really question it, you can always pause your cut and see, but I'm going to move you guys a little bit closer here so you can see. It is cutting. Now it is going over this like 3 times. Oops, and the mat's going to bump you guys. But this cutter companion does have these cool little compartments, which is nice. And you do want to make sure that you use a purple mat, because that's the strong grip mat, and that's going to hold your product down really well so that when it is cutting, it's not going to slide around. Do not use a green mat. It will slide your project around, and nobody wants that because that's just a mess. So it's going to cut our little square out now that we need for it to put them all together. I don't know what else the word is, to bond them together, to hold them together, band them together, maybe the word I'm looking for. So we're just getting this part cut out. And again, it's going to go over it 3 times. Again, deep cut blade. Let's pray to God this didn't cut through my mat, because if it did, I'm going to be real sad. But let's all find out together, because really this is just, you know, this is just how it happens. So this is the first one that I tried to cut, and I'll show you guys. Let's see. This one, again, with this, you're just going to peel it off like you would normally. There may be some spots where it didn't cut as well, and give me 1 second because I'm just going to pop them off. I do find occasionally there are spots where it just doesn't cut as well, but you can see it cut really well through. It didn't cut my mat, which was my concern, but it did not. Woo, I just knocked you all over. I am so sorry about that. Sorry, I'm in my original craft space, so I'm still getting used to where the camera sits again. So as you can see, it cut through really well. So we're just going to pull all that off of our mat. I do recommend when you're done with this, cleaning the fluffas. I don't know what else to call them, little fluffies. You see the fluffies? To clean off the little fluffies off your mat before you put it away. I'll do that before before I put my mat away. But we're going to go ahead and get ready to put this all together. So I'm going to use just a hot melt glue gun for this. A lot of people, especially if you're going to put them in your hair, you might want to use something a little bit heavier, like an E6000 or Gorilla Glue. But since this is just to show you guys how to make it, how to assemble it, I'm not really too worried. This is not going to go on a child's head. I made it really large as well. This is probably way too big for a kid's head. I made it this big just to make it easier for you guys to see. So I want to show you guys how to assemble. All you do is just a little bit of glue, and you take it on the edge. This is the one that has like the grooves in it, so this is your actual bow part. And you're just going to fold it over to the center. And you're just going to put it down. And then you're going to do the same thing with your other side. A little bit of glue, just a little line, and to the center. And you just want to line it up with the other one that's on the other side. Now I'm going to hold these down a little bit just so that they can actually adhere. Like I said, Hot melt glue, not really the best glue to use for this, but I don't have any E6000, and I wasn't going to spend money on something that I wasn't going to really use much. So this is your outside of your bow. So next thing we're going to do is take this little leather strap. And you want to make sure that when you do this, that your seam from this part of your bow, your big piece of bow, and this are all to the back. So all I do is I just lay this down, and I just take a little bit of glue, and I do the same thing right on the edge. A little bit of glue. And I just fold it over. And you just want to make sure it's nice and even in the center. And I just fold it over. And as that one is drying, I will just do the same thing to this other one. A little dab of glue. I just take it, I fold it over. And these ones will overlap, so make sure you take that into account when you make this. You just want to make sure you leave a little room for their overlapping. So now that those are done, here is like the center of your bow, and I just realized that's a little off. There we go. And you can adjust it a little bit if you need to. I just realized mine wasn't perfectly straight. So this is your bow so far. The next thing you do is you're going to attach your large piece of bow to your little back part, which is the part that has the triangles cut out. And you may need to do a little trimming sometimes, like some of this little fluff off the back. Sometimes I have to trim it. And I find the easiest way to do this part is to put the glue on the big bow, so your main piece of bow, and I lay the middle part of the, or the back of the bow down, and then all I do is just eyeball it and center it and press. I'm going to hold that down for just a minute or two, and that'll help the hot melt glue adhere. And we're just going to hold that down long enough that it'll nice and adhere. And there is your bow. Now again, you guys are going to make these quite a bit smaller, especially for a hair bow. But these are actually really, really great if you're going to decorate Christmas gifts and stuff with them too. You could use faux leather to do that, and it could be like a double gift for like a little girl where she can keep the little cute package bow and still wear it. You're going to put a clip on the back here. You can adhere that with the E6000. Again, I do recommend using E6000 on these just because the hot melt glue does not hold as well. But as you can see, really simple, fun project, very easy to assemble, and the actual file for this is free. There are tons of great files for this on Google as well. Just look up hair bow, and you can definitely find some really pretty hair bow tutorials. You can do these with multiple colors. I just chose to do this way just to show you guys how easy this is to do and assemble. So I hope you guys had fun learning how to do this. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos all the time. If you have any questions, make sure you leave those in the comments below. I'm always happy to answer your questions for you. Subscribe to my channel, click that bell icon, and I hope you guys have a great day.